Hello, this is Dr. J, and you are watching week 6 for the course Drugs and Social Policy. This week we're going to be talking about drugs that are legal. You can get them legally, you can purchase them, you can get prescriptions for them, but they have transformed into something that is more problematic for society, and oftentimes there's a lot of illegal use of it. So it's illicit, becomes immoral, becomes undesirable, becomes unplanned. Going to talk a lot about opioids in this week's discussion, and throughout the rest of section 2, we're going to be reading the book Empire of Pain. Some key terms, or just a general categorization here: prescription painkillers, inhalants, and anabolic steroids, prescription stimulants, and depressants are all going to be within this idea of legal yet illicit drugs. Products that are sold legally but used in an improper and abusive manner. Just to give you a little bit more of a specific definition there. Before I get too much into the lecture, I have some videos and things like that I've shared on the Blackboard page. I wanted to look at a more academic discussion, an ethnographic discussion of opioid use that was published in 2021, and I have it linked on the Blackboard page as well. Quit Ditching the Love, Kinship and Death from Opioid Overdose in Philadelphia by Uswiak. So I'm just going to read the abstract. I think this is something I would just sort of pay attention to. Going to be talking more about like a scholarly idea. This is research, so I'm just going to unpack a little bit of this abstract for you, and then look at some of the article that I thought was interesting. And when we're talking about citations, when we're talking about building broader discussions about course material, this is going to be one of those really good references that we can use to balance out with the book and have sort of a larger discussion and have these citations and these different resources work in harmony. So what does Oswiak talk about? In 2017, 1,074 persons died from opioid overdose in Philadelphia. More than 78% of those happened in a private residence. Despite constituting the majority of opiate-related deaths in the city, little is known about people who use opioids, overdose, and die while at home. To learn more about this hidden population of drug users, researchers conducted exploratory, in-depth, qualitative interviews with their next of kin. Collected in the context of death, I discuss data from the interviews to consider how and if representing pain contributes to interventions aimed at reducing structural vulnerability to drug overdose. I suggest that documenting and taking seriously next of kin's experiences with death and the threat of death can substantiate the need for harm reduction programs and policy, corroborating the utility of qualitative approaches to applied health research. So what you can see here, a bunch of key terms there at the bottom too, how the scholars sort of present their key terms: opioid, overdose, kinship. Kinship means family, very basic building block of society. Every single culture has a sense of kinship. Senses of kinship change. How we associate with our families change over time and space. Harm reduction is a very important term that I would like you to get used to using through the remainder of the course. This is the primary theoretical approach to treating addiction. It's not punishment.